to the Off Rift podcast, episode number 20. We're finally here. I'm Mercury. That's Vestion. We got Kevin here as well for the new episode. And 2 weeks of the split are already done and dusted. Had some big upsets this week, over all across the board. Remember, as always, you can submit your burning questions and your hot takes to the answering machine, and we'll get around to answering them over the course of this show. But I guess to start things off, week 2 is here. We had 8 series, I think, total over the course of it all, including a progression.
Best of 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah, true. It was 7. Because, yeah, we only had that best of 5 at the end, but it didn't really feel like a best of 5. We'll get to it later on. But we started off the week with a pretty unsurprising result, I think, all things considered. DFM taking down Hawks, their first win.
Wait, unsurprising? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
I said surprising, didn't I?
It's just unsurprising.
Oh, that's unsurprising. Yeah, that was unsurprising. Who knows?
That was the most surprising result.
They finally did. They finally took a series this year. And it was against the team that they beat, I think, at the end of last year, from memory. I think that was what the graphics showed as well.
Yeah.
And
last year as well.
it was looking somewhat, I mean, I don't want to flame Hawks too much, but it's kind of rough when Momo's looking solid for them.
No, I mean, I agree. I agree. All I want to say about that series, to be honest, okay, I just need everyone to realize split 3 of last year, DFM finally beat SHG, right? Split 3 of last year, PSG started 0-8. This is the team with Betty on it.
Yep.
And they ended up qualifying for Worlds. It is just history repeating itself. That's all this is. History is just simply repeating itself. So there's no worries for me. Expected result for split 3. And we're moving on.
You can't go 0-8 though.
We're going the equivalent of 0-8. We've already gone the equivalent of 0-8. And now we have to win from here on out. And that's what PSG did. That's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Copia. Sorry.
But no, it was a massive performance from them, all things considered. I don't think anyone expected them to do anything other than go winless this entire year. And now they're guaranteed to not be last over the course of this split. Yeah. There's a chance it will
importantly, O's still retain their title.
True.
Of the worst team in LCP history.
We did
Oceania still gets to retain the title, so we're still champions in some book.
Yeah, this is big. No one has ever lost as much as we have.
Yeah, like if the Chiefs were on the Biggest Loser, they would have won. Like on Gromp, they would have won. No, they're still winning. They're staying winning. Yeah. They're in season 2, and the Chiefs have still won, and they're not even in the competition. That's how much of a loser they were. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. It didn't. The rest of the weekend didn't go terribly great games wise for DFM. Obviously, they did lose 2-0 to DCG in that series, which was, I think, the expected result. I mean, no one expected them to be in that situation, but it was an expected result. All things said, another series that was a bit unexpected, all things considered. DCG going up against GZ.
Yeah, I mean, just appalling, man.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, it's just appalling. Like that should have been a 2-0 for GZ. Anyone watching the game, it was absolutely a 2-0 for GZ. We took one fight that neither our Mal nor Jace could be a part of. Our Jace at this point, like 7-0 or some ridiculous scoreline. I can't remember exactly off the top of the dome, but he had like very, very far ahead. Mal very, very far ahead. And we've taken a fight over a wall that neither of them can participate in. We get ace, they lose, they get Baron. It's like, well, we just lost the game for no reason from like 6k gold ahead. Then we lost the series. It should have been a 2-0 for us. It wasn't. But like, I mean, obviously you can't play like that and expect to win. They played the entirety of the first 20 minutes. I mean, their ganks on top lane were looking good. Husha was looking really good. The way they were playing together was looking really good. One team fight that was absolutely horrendous. By far the worst play out of the series. But so it's like deserving that they lost after that. It's just, they shouldn't have lost like that. I think one thing I want to speak to that's better than last split and the split before that they're doing now, though, is they're actually on the right side of the map. They're at the right places on the map every single time. The execution's not always there. Sometimes their drafts are appalling, but they're playing the game how you should play the game when you're on the Rift, generally, outside of like obviously that one team fight that was just abysmal. So they are looking a lot better. Unlucky, now we're 0-2. We have to win 3 best of 5s if we want to qualify to playoffs. So it's a very, very difficult challenge now. Still certainly doable with the teams that are left. Our biggest challenge, of course, is if we win against SHG, we're then against CFO. So that and CFO looking like if we're being honest, they're looking pretty good this split. It's I don't know. We put ourselves in a position that we shouldn't have. Honestly, it should have just been a 2-0, and it wasn't. So now it's pretty dire. I will say I don't think DCG they don't look very good. DCG look pretty bad. They got to win because we played poorly, not because they played well. It is what it is,
Yeah. Yeah. That series by Ground Zero is pretty rough. Like, I mean, the previous week was like draft gap. Now it's just like choking. Honestly, like I feel like when you're up like 5K gold and you're at, what was it, like? I think you're on soul point, right? And all of a sudden you just like lose the whole game. Like, I feel like at that state you should not be like losing.
Yes, of course.
Especially with the caliber of players on this team. Like, granted, I know that you obviously said it would take time for this team to come together. But even still, with the amount of, I mean, we got Betty and Kaiwing in the bot lane. Like, this is a team that should be in contention for playoffs at the very least, and they could be the first eliminated potentially. I don't think they will. I think they're probably going to beat Hawks, given how Hawks look currently. But it's an interesting conversation that we sort of have to have at this point.
Yeah, it's just rough because of the scheduling. Every loss is just rough. Whereas like last split, or PSG made their comeback, it was like, yeah, they lost 08, right? But whatever the fuck, it's like, but it's fine because you can always like make your comeback a lot easier. Right now, it's like you lost to MVK and that like hurt you so much. At least DC is basically like a death sentence. Like there's like it's really hard for you to come back at this point.
Yeah, but I will say it is.
I mean,
doable,
you'd have to beat
right?
SoftBank and CFO, right? So like
And
in my
someone
mind,
else.
it's like
and
plus someone else.
Yeah,
but like
I think it's doable. Obviously, you're on CFO, so you're going to have your biases towards CFO. I think like if I'm trying to be objective about the players, I don't see a reason why GZ shouldn't beat CFO. Obviously, if they throw like they did against DCG, they're not going to win. If they draft like they did against MVK, they're not going to win. But I think you look at the players. If they play how you expect, I would imagine they should beat CFO because like in my mind, your strength in the Rift is your AD carry. Well, we have Betty. So it's not like we're just outmanned strictly in the bot lane, right? So I think we should be fine. Ultimately, I think we got the better top in terms of like his laning is phenomenal. I think Rest is probably a better team fighter. But like I think it's enough to go into your lane and stomp your lane to the point where it is harder for the other team, even if he is a better team fighter, to have that impact. I think that's like there's a lot of benefits to that. I think Uniboy's honestly been pretty good. I don't think he's been amazing. But I don't think he's been bad. I think he's sort of a middle of the pack mid laner and much the same as Gory, I think.
Yeah,
so
he's
I think
alright.
and I also think
I don't
Kaiwing
have
is
too
just
much to say.
I think Kaiwing's strictly better than Kino. So like in that sense, I feel pretty comfortable. Also, I don't know what patch the games will be played on, but the next patch coming out will be sort of removing or trying to tackle this whole roaming support. There's a Camille nerf in there. Like if that comes out, I think that does nothing but help us on GZ.
Yeah.
Like I think giving Kaiwing
Traditional
the access
supports,
to actually play his lane and find those more intelligent roam timers where it's like, okay, you have a small timer to go pair up with your jungle. That's something that Kaiwing is really good at. Now that it's kind of just willy-nilly, you're just walking around the rift doing whatever, I think it kind of takes away some of the power Kaiwing had. But yeah, regardless, I think we should be good against SHG. If we throw, we'll lose. Strictly speaking, if we choke, we'll lose. But I think if I look at the teams, objectively looking at them, nameplates on, I would say GZ should be favored against the next two opponents. I don't know who we're up against third, obviously, yet. So
yeah.
I
mean, obviously, I'm CFO, so I'm going to be counter biased, but I just think that CFO right now is the second best team in the league, and having to play against like a top 2 team to not get eliminated is kind of rough.
I just saw both of our eyes dilate as you said second best.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree
okay.
with that.
Wait, who's second best?
I'd say maybe MVK.
Yes, I was going to say based on how
MVK?
look, based on performances, I would say MVK probably look like the second best right now.
All right. Who did MVK beat again?
Garm?
Oh, Gom, that's right. So good. Gom's so good. Who does CFO beat? Oh, yeah, also Gom.
It took you 3 games to do it, to be fair.
Yeah, because after they were mentally boomed from getting completely shit on, they lost the next day. Get to play back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no time to rest.
It didn't seem to benefit you guys in the back-to-back as Team Secret Wales. I mean, I don't think anyone expected...
Well, to be fair, that match doesn't matter.
It doesn't...
The Team Secret Wales are leaps and bounds better than everyone else. It is what it is.
They've
beat them in the finals. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit later on. But before we get into the rest of the week recap, we've got a hot take coming in from Miro. Draktharr is by far the worst jungler in the league. I think that's a bit of copium. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know, so.
Miro, my boy, hot take.
He's not looked good.
By far the worst jungler in the LCP.
He's not looked good this split, but I think worst jungler in the league is a bit of a stretch.
I don't know. I don't think there's any particularly strong jungler, so I also, by virtue, don't think there's any particular weak jungler. I think everyone's...
It's sort of like Histo and then a gap.
Yes, I agree. I think Histo is better than everyone else, and I think other than that, it's like, bro, you just... If everyone spoke the same language, you just like swap around junglers, and I don't think it matters all that much. I think maybe the exception...
Miro has a good point about Draktharr being the worst. I mean, it depends on the... time of day, I guess, because sometimes Van Wan and Guri can be really terrible as well. So I mean, but his performance has been really, really bad.
This is what he's down there. Can also be really bad, right? And Citrus can also be really bad. So at this point, we just and I've seen. No, but
like, in my mind, when I see Citrus playing, right? Like, okay, so the way Citrus plays and looks bad is because all the responsibility is on him to play well, right? So you can't just like play safe and play smart.
I definitely disagree.
You have to take gambles.
Yeah.
I definitely
Whereas
disagree.
Draktharr has better players in other positions, where Draktharr doesn't have to play, 10 out of 10 to win.
I feel like Fish has been more impactful than Citrus.
I agree with Mercury. I think Fish has been really, really good. So I don't think Citrus has much burden of carrying. I think it's that burden has fell upon Citrus.
No, okay, so that's one of the play, but he still has to play with Momo and Kakun.
Sure,
but Gamgest has Kiaya and Artemis. And Glory is not. I mean, I think he's worse than Aris, but he's not like. He's not Momo Kakun. Let's be fair.
Yeah, okay, but you put Garm up against SHG and how SHG played. Garm are also just 2-0ing. So like that doesn't like right now we're comparing a team that's had a really easy strength of schedule. Admittedly, SHG underperforming. But like you put Garm against that team, if SHG played the same way against Garm as they played against DFM, it's just a 2-0. It's not a 2-1. So does that inherently then just make Draktharr look better because they have had better results? I mean, I don't think that's fair. I think it's like Garm have had a harder stretch of schedule, so
I do think it's reactionary to the most recency games, right? Because they just lost twice.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I don't think it's fair to judge him specifically on that because I don't think anyone in Garm looked particularly impressive.
Are we gonna have end of season like awards?
We could do that.
I
mean,
like,
I know the
have,
LCP
like,
probably
worst player in every position.
We could do that, like a wooden spoon comp. I'm down.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do it the way LCK does it, and then just like whoever came last gets worst player in every spot, and whoever gets first is the first team in every spot.
True.
Like, it doesn't matter about actually looking at the games. You just choose who's at the top of the score.
Yeah, so the second place team would have the second best players in every position.
Yeah, LCP All Pro first team is just Team Secret Wales.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it is.
It's like
it actually just is.
Like
a genuinely.
I think Harky's been pretty solid. I think he could definitely contest for first team if we did, like, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, I mean, I could contest, but I think it would be impossible to be like, okay, Harky's better than Eddie. Because I think as an AD carry, it's like you have quite a lot of ability to carry. I mean, admittedly less this split now that it's all these majors, but like I think it's hard to be like, oh yeah, he's just objectively the better AD carry if he's constantly losing. It's the same critique I had for Doggo in your tier list. It's like, okay, I think Doggo's a really good AD carry, but I don't think he's anywhere near second best considering the results CFO have had this year. Right, like I think, like, I mean, you put him in last year, he was the best, and that's fair. And I think the only person contesting him last year was Betty. But like this year, I don't think I could have him as second. I think he's been like sure he's been playing with weaker supports, but like this is the same critique I'd have for Harky, as I think you got to get the results to be able to put yourself up there as first. It's like, I mean, same thing for Biopanther last year, if you remember. It's like, okay, I think Biopanther's one of the best tops in the league, but I can't actually have him up there because they haven't won a game, you know. It didn't matter. Like you could watch the games and Biopath is looking good pretty much every single game, but they still didn't win.
Yeah.
So like that's the critique I have. That's the main thing.
I disagree. I think you still like if you think Biopath is individually good, I think you could put him up there, even if his team can't win a series. Because I would put him like 5th, 6th, like or
sure,
maybe
but
even 4th.
My point more is if you are one of the best in the league, that probably is enough to at least win you a series, right? That's more my point. That's
sure.
Like more my point. Like I think he is individually very good, and I think even I test watching him, he's individually very good. And I think in Split 2, if they just didn't have Zoranus and played Biopanther for like the DFM series, for example, I think they probably won. That didn't happen, but like, yeah, you can't go back on history. But they didn't win a series, so it's hard to have him rated very highly because I think it's unfair and biased.
We'll have to see how the rest of this split goes. But for Team Secret Wales, the hard part's already done because they have officially qualified for Worlds thanks to their victory, because they've got, I think, like 50 extra points. They've got like 136 championship points or something crazy like that. So even if they do somehow just bomb out of playoffs completely, no one else matches them in championship points. So they're guaranteed to at least go to Los Angeles. So congrats to them. Obviously, there's still
format.
Yeah,
there's Los Angeles where the play-ins is it?
Yeah, 3rd seed goes to play-ins. Yeah.
And I thought it was all in Texas for some reason. Anyway, all good.
No, I think it's I think they changed it. So play-ins is in Riot Games Arena. Rest of the events in Texas. Then finals is in New York.
Right. Yeah, that does make more sense.
So I mean, we've expressed our gripes with championship points and the Swift stage as a whole. I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I know both of you guys are going to flame the format after this. I understand why they had to do it this way. I wish it wasn't the case, but I understand why. Obviously, because Asia Games, EWC, ENC as well. It's the same reason why promotions so late in the year doesn't leave a whole lot of room.
Kind of. I mean,
yeah.
I think that isn't true though, because like, I mean, I can speak to when I was casting PCS, as the playoffs would usually be 6 days a week. And that's what LCK, LPL do.
They could do, yeah. But that's, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I remember specifically pretty much every single playoffs during my time of doing PCS was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I was casting all of those days. And like, you got through the playoffs very, very quickly, but you also gave, or like the split very, very quickly, whatever, but you also gave the amount of games to actually sort of give people their time to either warm into the split or like, for standings to settle, and you don't have this RNG factor that is a Swiss draw.
Yeah. I mean, we've done 3 weeks of LCP?
2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks of LCP? I mean, we could have just done 4 games a week or like 4 days a week, just done regular round robin. I don't know. Like, to me, like, it makes absolutely no sense why we're doing it this way, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer to have more game days just in general.
The more I learn about the format, the less I like it. Yeah. And it's also very confusing. When people ask me, like, what the fuck is happening? I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like, some people say, oh, losing to Secret Wales is really bad. Some people say it doesn't matter. I don't even understand if it matters or not.
Like, I don't think it matters. No. It doesn't really.
Like, I honestly don't get it. We also have, like, a seeding day, which absolutely makes no sense.
Yeah. So I think
like, isn't Swift supposed to be part of the seeding? Like, why are we just having a day for just seeding? Like,
yeah, I think it's for the because only one team gets out 3-2, right? So I don't know how they're going to figure out the seeding between. I think it'd probably be like 3rd and 4th. Just have like another BO5 to determine which one of them goes up against Team Secret Wales, I guess, in the first round.
Yeah, we're just having regular season BO5s into playoffs, which is also BO5s.
Yeah.
So it's like.
It's a little
and
bit
only
confusing.
4 teams make it, so it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, 4 teams in playoffs is something that I'm a little bit not the most into, but it does mean I don't know. I quite like seeing BO5s this early on, but again, I would prefer to see a round robin or something like that, and I think that there's definitely.
I just think it sucks that like the Swiss. I mean, admittedly, it's worth trying, I guess, once, but like, I hope it doesn't ever come back.
Yeah,
I think the Swiss sucks. I think the Swiss sucks, particularly with 8 teams. I think it makes more sense at Worlds where like you don't get a scenario where Gamma versing DFM twice.
Yeah.
But like with 8 teams, it's just like, man, okay, Gamma have had the craziest luck.
It's
like, I'm gonna be honest, just like, how is that real, bro? How is that possible?
Yeah, they could be on progression point by just beating DFM two times.
DFM. The team that most people, and I imagine most people still would have as the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, they beat SHG, but like, you know, they've lost much more than they've beaten SHG. So it's like, bro, this is probably still the worst team in the league, and Gamma are now at best of 5s for qualifying after beating one singular org. Yeah. That's crazy. That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No, I agree. I want to transition.
I'm not angry they tried it. I'm not angry they tried it, but I think it's like, all right, we've tried it.
I'm low-key angry because I feel like having all these like different formats and everything always being different with championship points and all this stuff just makes it confusing for casual viewers. Like when the hardcore viewers are also confused, then you know you really fucked up.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay, but the casual viewers are just people coming and asking who's going to win map 2.
Yeah,
yeah, but like
you're casual.
People that tune in is like, oh, it's time to watch like my favorite team, DFM plays. Like, what's going on? Can they qualify? Are they in? Are they out? It's like all these things. Like, it's like who do they play next? Like nobody knows. It's like really confusing. People keep asking like, oh, playoffs already started. I'm like, no, this is regular season. Like regular season BO5 is like, yeah, we're doing Swiss, and like they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh,
no, sucks, man. I get it. I agree with that.
It sucks.
But yeah, I hope that
I hate it.
I hope that for next year onwards, I would like to have a stable format for at least 2 years straight, ideally without championship points.
This guy hasn't spent enough time following Pacific region. I'm gonna be honest, you haven't spent. It's not gonna happen. We haven't had a back-to-back year of the same format yet. So
no, I know. But I know. A man can dream.
Well, I mean, like even since I started casting the PCS, we went from this playoffs we're gonna have OS come in, and then the next year we had this time we're gonna have OS and Japan come in.
Yeah.
And then after that it was an entire new region. And then that new region, his format changed this year too. So like it's 4 years back to back.
We also had like starting at 2 p.m. instead of 5. We had like more. What is it now? We have championship points. Playoffs used to have BO3s in it. Now it's only BO5s. It's like, I mean, it's just confusing. It's hard to keep track of all the changes all the time.
Agreed.
I wanna ask you a question now. Kevin might be already on the other side of what I'm about to say is my hot take. I want to put partner teams on blast real quick because I think that the fact that they can't face relegation it makes them innately more like lax, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about this the other day. I
agree.
The fact that I think the fact that like I don't know, in a world where Hawks just tanks the entire year, they can just relax and don't have to worry about promotion rel. Like I get for stability. Okay. It's good to have teams like guaranteed a spot in the league, but if we're going to do it for one, I think we got to do it for all.
I think the premise of your question I don't agree with, but I think there shouldn't be partner teams.
Yeah.
Because I think that encourages a more competitive league. It's a lot less stable. But I don't think either SHG or GARM or CFO are sandbagging. I mean, SHG, from my understanding, invest the most money into the league in terms of their rosters.
Oh, really?
Like, they don't have the most successful rosters, but they are spending by far more than anyone else, is my understanding. So, like, I can't view them as, like, okay, even if they come last place, I can't be like, oh, they're sandbagging. It's just like, okay, they've tried, but they've put together a bad team, or they've tried and the players didn't perform, whatever it may be. So I disagree on that premise, but I do think there shouldn't be partner teams. I think it's complete bullshit that what you're worried about could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Not that it is currently, but like it could happen, and there'd be nothing in place to stop it. I think that's a problem.
I mean, you'd have more of a point if you're talking about like NA with like Dignitas always being last place.
Well, I was gonna say,
like, I feel like in LCP,
that's the premise that's carrying over there, because that could happen.
Yeah.
We could get to a point where we just have an Immortals of the LCP.
Exactly.
Right? Like if you look 8 years down the line, like that could be a possibility. It's not now, but there's nothing to say. Like obviously you're in the org, so you would have more information. But like for outsiders, for people that are fans of the league, could be like, they wouldn't have any idea to trust that CFO in 6 years' time don't just like, oh, fuck it, we don't care anymore, but we're still going to have a team in the league, and then just sandbag just for having advertisements. Like fans can't know that for sure. And I think like when you have every single spot possible for relegation, or every single team could, they have to perform to not end up in that position. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good thing in general. Obviously, there are negatives. I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah.
But
so
I think in general,
I'll explain from my end, right? Like obviously I'm biased. I'm on CFO, right? So partner team, whatever, right? Partner teams can change. It's not like we're guaranteed a spot for the rest of the time. If Riot Games deems us not worthy of a partner slot, they can just remove that partner status away from CFO. So like if SoftBank keeps losing, right, or they put in like a bullshit roster and they're just like saving money, like Riot Games can say like, okay, we are going to revoke your partnership status and you are now a guest team, or you're just gone from the league. They can do that. It's not like a franchise system.
Okay.
Again, the LCS, the problem is Dignitas paid them like $10 million to be in the league, right? None of the partner teams have paid money to Riot to be in the league. They are paying all the guest teams and all the partner teams to be a part of LCP. So already it's a little bit different. I also think like having popular teams be safe and stable makes it better for the league overall, where you have like a team from your region or whatever that will be there and that you can support without having to worry about it. It also gives us opportunities to do other things. Like, I mean, currently we're helping host like the university league in Taiwan. Like we were able to do all these extra things because we know in like however long our partnership contract lasts, we'll still be a part of the LCP, and we won't just disappear overnight. So I do think it's good to have a current balance where, okay, like a big org like GAM or SoftBank or CFO, yeah, okay, fine, we'll keep these teams in our league permanently, and then we'll have some guest spots to make sure tier 2 can promote and all this other stuff. I think it's a good healthy balance of like partnership and like guest teams. Because we have 5 guest teams, right? So there's a pretty healthy chance of promotion relegation. It's not like in LCS where there's only 1 guest team. So if that guest team makes it to Worlds, you just have 0 chance. Like at least there's like 5. So like if 3 guest teams make it to Worlds, at least there'll still be 2 competing for that spot.
Because I could be wrong. Don't LOS and Disguise, like even if they did qualify for Worlds, they still have to defend? I think they still have to go to promotion.
I think if they qualify for Worlds, they don't defend.
Okay.
So, and Lost is looking like the second best Brazilian team right now, or even best. So there's a possibility that you spend 1 year in tier 2, and now you still have 0%. You have a 0% chance of promoting because that team qualified for Worlds.
I will say,
and even if they didn't qualify for Worlds, they still you're not being the number 1 team in Brazil if you're a tier 2 team.
Yeah, I will say I saw I think yesterday in Valorant, they have a similar sort of system, but the top teams from Ascension, I think they go into playoffs, kind of like PCS playoffs in a way. They go into playoffs and then they could potentially go to champions later in the year. Obviously that's, I don't expect like a team from the LJL or whatever to get that chance, at least right now, but I think that could be something that...
In my mind, I think as like CFO has done so much to help out the ecosystem, and like specifically PCS having an academy team, helping support tier 2 tournaments in like the PCS area. Like I feel like we've done so much to justify the fact that we're a partner team that, to me, it doesn't apply. Maybe you can argue SoftBank GAM should have academy teams and support LJL, VCS. Sure, I can see that argument. Like CFO specifically, I think that like even Ground Zero has an academy team, and like I just think it's like kind of weird not to support tier 2. And like I just feel like CFO, even though we're not winning, right? Like we're not like the number 1 team in the league, we're still doing a lot within the ecosystem to help promote it, help support it. I feel like it justifies, like, if we have a bad year, we don't get relegated. Because if we do get relegated, I'm pretty sure that's the end of CFO.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I don't imagine us sticking around in tier 2, and also supporting all these other things. Like we probably would cut back on everything else and only have like a tier 2 team if that were to happen. Fair. So like in my mind, having that safety net allows us to be able to like communicate with other sponsors, communicate with other like organizations, and have this kind of a more proper infrastructure. Because not only do we have to support CFO, we also have to support CFOA and like the LUC and all these other like leagues and like PCS. So in my mind, like yeah, you can say like maybe if we started like sandbagging it, like if we just replace everyone and just have like like I don't know 5 bums or whatever, right? Like 5 diamond players, and just like pay them minimum wage and just like collect a paycheck. Then I know that there's a system in place for Riot to like remove that team. Maybe like I don't know what a team would have to do to be able to be just like paying minimum wage, having the worst team in the league, going 0-8 every split, and still remain a part of the team. Like in my mind, I think there's like rules and stuff and like stipulations. Like you can have a bad year, or if you have a bad year but you're putting a lot of effort in, like in my mind, SoftBank's doing a lot with their roster. They are trying. They are trying very hard to win. I don't think they're like putting in like cheap players to like lose. In my mind, they are trying to win LCP, trying to go to World, trying to go to International. It's just that they're from Japan. It's like so much harder. It's so much easier for a VCS team or a PCS team to win LCP than it is for an LGL team. So for me, it's kind of unfair to compare like SoftBank and like DCG or Ground Zero. Even though SoftBank has like way more money than these orgs, they're also playing on a much harder playing field.
Yes, they're forced to have 2 Japanese players. It's the same as Chiefs were forced to have 2 O's players. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it makes it a lot harder. It makes it a hell of a lot harder.
I mean, I still think like teams like SoftBank and DFM probably managed their teams better than Chiefs did last year. If I'm being dead honest.
Okay, yeah, of course, man. Anyone would. That was horrendous.
Yeah,
that was
I'm just saying, like truly, to me, like I think the current system we have is cool. I think 5 guest teams is like cool. It gives tier 2 teams an opportunity to promote. I just think it's like just a better system. It's my favorite like system so far.
Do you think?
And yeah, like it's not permanent, by the way. The partnership teams aren't permanent. Okay. Maybe in a year time, if SoftBank loses again next year, maybe they're just out. It would be up to Riot, obviously. I don't know, but I'm just saying that like they can't just like lose all the time or just sandbag. We won't have like a situation like Immortals or Dignitas and LCP.
Yeah.
Unless if like nepotism is involved with Riot, but like I don't know. That's just conspiracy theory talk at this point.
Do you think it should be
All I'm saying is 2 of them are banks, man. They're not dropping those 2 teams.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, did you know SoftBank was a bank? I thought it was a telephone company. I only know them in Japan as a telephone company. So when I looked it up and they're called like that's what I was like, oh, that's why they're called SoftBank. I was like, I thought they were just like a phone thing.
You have
no,
to
I'm
be
dead
joking.
Serious. No, there's SoftBank like phones, like it's like a phone company that you can get like an iPhone from. Yeah, but like, dude, Japanese people don't understand English words, so they just put words in the names to sound cool.
Okay.
No, I'm dead serious. That's what I thought. I just thought they put like, what's a soft bank? Why not call it a hard bank? You know what I mean? But anyway, that's side tangent. I didn't know they were an actual bank.
Yeah, they own everything. They got like WeWork and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, they invest in a whole bunch of stuff.
Kevin, he's laughing.
Yeah,
no, they do.
For 20-something years, and I still didn't know anything about that.
No, they do. I'm
not laughing. They also have a
laughing.
baseball team.
Yeah. I'm not laughing.
You hear this? Mitchell's one of the world's leading experts on SoftBank's investments, Kevin.
No,
I just want you to know that.
No,
I mean, no joke, he probably knows more than me at this point. Because
Atriarch covers a whole bunch, so I watch his videos.
It was a phone company, man. Anyone knows
they are a phone company. They have cell phones and shit.
Yeah, but they're primarily a bank, bro. That's why they.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. I've never went inside like a bank to like sign up with SoftBank.
The first thing I did when I first found out about SoftBank's like existence was I googled them, and the first thing that comes up is a bank. So like, to me, it was quite obvious that they were a bank. You know, that was the first result.
If McDonald's joined the league, I would have to Google them to know what they were about. You know, so I just thought like, oh, SoftBank. I don't need to Google that. I know what they are. They're a phone company.
What do you think McDonald's is?
A farm?
Food company.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, food is generous, but yeah, they're a company.
Wow, rude.
It's a lifestyle choice, Kevin.
Yeah.
McDonald's hamburgers are like some of the best in the world by far.
Oh so wow, that's the hottest take of the episode.
No, that's so real. McDonald's is so elite for no reason.
Give me a double cheeseburger or quarter pounder, nuggets, Oh, and then fucking fries, especially when they're fresh.
I'm
Nah.
on board with this.
No.
I'm on board with this. I'm on board with this.
The only time I had McDonald's in the past year was when I had food poisoning and just needed something. That was it.
So you're telling me it's got medicinal properties, so it healed you.
Basically, yeah. Wait, no wonder you got food poisoning. You didn't go to McDonald's. That's the problem.
I hate McDonald's.
If you went to McDonald's, you wouldn't get food poisoning.
You know the best part is, I told him to do that. I told him when you're overseas, bro, the safest option is McDonald's because you're not going to get sick from it. Look at what this. That's so uncultured. Bro goes over there, tries something different, and gets sick from it.
No.
Pie on your face.
Blame.
I told you. And then look who comes crying back to McDonald's once he's sick, huh? Oh, I hate McDonald's. Oh, that's so uncultured. Oh, I'm sick. Let me quickly get McDonald's. Bro, pie on your face, brother. Pie on your face. Hey. I'm not so dumb now, am I? I'm a knower. It's bro, McDonald's is
Zero! Coming in the same day. Also, SoftBank is an investment fund and a phone company, not a bank. Dude, I'm sorry for
Did I not say that they were in... Oh, okay. Oh, well.
Mercury
did say that.
I did.
I've never been to a bank.
Okay,
You've never been to a bank?
You work at one.
It's called SoftBank.
Oh, okay.
Back to the topic at hand, though. Like, bro, just have McDonald's, man. Just accept McDonald's as the safest option when you go overseas.
Nah. I just won't eat chicken that doesn't feel hot. I'll just do that. I just won't do that.
That's such a bad take, man. You went to Singapore and you clearly did not try chicken rice.
I did.
Bro, that shit looked...
That was like half of my meals.
Cold. That's literally cold. That's cold chicken.
Not the ones I had.
Oh, you didn't go to... You went to a... You did not go to an authentic location. I'll tell you that for free. My Singaporean friend who lives over there, she came to meet me and she was like, "Oh, let's go get chicken rice." I'd never had it before, so she takes me to this chicken rice restaurant, and my chicken is just dead cold. Like they just got this shit out the freezer. Like, what the hell's going on here? And she's like, "No, it's normal. Look, I'm eating cold chicken." It's not like, it's not like KFC cold chicken where it's like, okay, it's gone a bit fucked up because it stayed in the fridge overnight.
Cold
and it's
chicken.
All
no. No,
it wasn't like that. It was like, this had been like steamed. They steamed cooked it and then like left it out and it got cold. It was horrible. Well, actually, it tasted good, but like, it was weird. It was a weird eat. It was not normal, It was, and like, it was not normal because I was scared the whole time because I had a flight in like 8 more hours and I'm eating literal cold chicken. It's like, I don't know if I should be doing this, but it turned out all right, I guess.
I can't do... KFC's another one. My brother used to work at KFC.
So no, this guy has such bad opinions. Sorry, Kevin. Are you listening to this?
My brother used to work at KFC for years, and I'd have to pick him up every night because he couldn't drive yet. My car used to stink of batter. It was horrible.
Just sounds like you're saving money on air fresheners.
Yeah, wait, what? You don't like to smell batter?
No, it smells horrible. Do you know how... Oh, man. The horror stories I heard on how they make the batter and how they do that. Nah. I can't.
Bro's pretending like they make batter in store. I'm done.
No, that like the... you know what I mean.
Done, bro. I'm done. This guy is laughing so bad. It's unbelievable.
No, there's no laughing here. It's only...
You're about to tell me some wives' tale of how the chicken McNuggets aren't chicken at all. They're the offcuts of dog toenails. No, man. It's just like... It
wouldn't surprise me.
Calm down. See? No, you're just a conspiracy theorist. You're the LCP Candace Owens. That's what you are.
No!
Holy shit!
No, I am
based.
No, the furthest thing from base. Anyway, we got another hot take coming in from Mira and the answering machine. If LCP wants regional diversity, the league should be more open, like the VCT Pacific format. Not punish VCS and PCS for having too many teams in the LCP through regional merit. What do you think?
How would that make it more diverse?
Yeah, that makes it less diverse.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that seems like we're going to have like 4 PCS, 4 VCS.
That's a hot take under the premise it makes no sense.
But like...
Miro, you need to explain. You need to explain yourself.
Because, I mean, if we just have regional diversity by making it open... Won't it just be like 50% VCS, 50% PCS at this point?
I think what he means is like the regional merit slot shouldn't exist, but I don't know why it's coming out as punishing Taiwan, like VCS, PCS. That doesn't punish them. It's good for them.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's missing. I think instead of punishing VCS, PCS, it's rewarding VCS, PCS. And
the regional merit? No, it punishes them because in order to get into LCP, you have to be a top 3 PCS team now. Instead of just being like better than the worst LCP
No,
team.
but it rewards them by virtue of they're always going to have PCS or VCS replace PCS or VCS. Instead of what could, like I said, it's not likely, but like let's say Singapore makes a team that is really, really good and they could then contest the GZ or MVK or whoever, right? Because there's regional merit, they can't go for that slot. They're going only for the single free-for-all slot. Whereas if there's two teams,
like it's much easier in theory to beat DFM than it is to beat GZ
right,
or
but
MVK.
What if there's two teams good enough to beat them? Only one team could possibly promote to the LCP. Right, like let's say there's an OS team that's really good and there's a Singaporean team that's really good. Both of those two teams cannot promote. Only one of them can. But like obviously that's not their reality currently, but like let's say it was, if there were two teams better than GZ or MVK or whoever, two of the guest slots, not both of them can promote because the VCS and PCS only can be promoted.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Their own thing. So I think if that's how he meant the question, then it makes sense, and I agree.
Yeah.
But how he actually worded the question makes no sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think that's fair because so if the number one,
it's a theoretical that's not likely, but it could absolutely happen, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we'll have to. Obviously, we don't know if this is the format going forward. I imagine that this is something that they're going to stick with just because PCS and VCS are sort of entrenched and they want to keep some like.
Well, they're only two leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
Has a league.
Yeah, there's LJL, but there isn't anything for SEA. There's nothing for OS, or at least yet. There's nothing yet.
I mean, they killed off, or like a lot of the tier 2 leagues have died out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no Thailand, there's no Philippines, there's like nothing going on right now.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation. But there is some tier 2 news coming up. We've got Flash Oceania. That's starting up relatively soon. The finals, it starts up on Friday. We've got a show match on the Thursday, I think. I'm looking at this roster. We got Tally, Carbon, Midbeast, Raze, and Ejim. Oh, it's gonna be so good to see Carbon back on.
4 of those guys still play the game, by the way.
So I see Carbon on the Rift all the time.
Yeah, no, like everyone except Ejim still actively plays. So like, I don't know who's on the other team, but like this could just be a stomp if they don't also just get a bunch of current players.
Yeah, they might end up doing that.
like Ray's played literally just finished winning an international tournament. You know what I mean? Like actually, like no, this guy's fresh off winning. Midbeast streams every single day League of Legends, you know. So like these guys are actively playing the game quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think Carbon last year was just rank 2. So
wait, really?
On a hit, he made a hidden account that no one knew it was him, and he got rank 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like, bro, these guys are actively playing the game, you know. Like, so I don't know who else they could get as historic figures that still play the game, but there can't be that many players, to be honest. I don't imagine there's that many.
Imagine they pull back Radier, they get him in, fly him out from Singapore. He might even fly himself out. He's got like a accountant job or whatever. He's living pretty now.
Wasn't he? Does Midbeast live in OC?
Lawyer?
Yeah,
yeah, I think he does.
Oh, okay.
Well, he stopped playing League professionally to become a lawyer, so
yeah,
I don't know if he changed fields, but
yeah, we'll have to see what the other roster ends up being. Maybe it's like Juves or something in the jungle, but he's a bit more newer than like the 2015 era. So we'll have to see. But I believe are you gonna be there? Hopefully.
Well, I don't know. Flash? It depends if we qualify.
Yeah. I'll have to. Obviously, the team isn't announced yet, but I'm excited to see what you guys have.
I can announce it. There's no.
Okay.
Like,
this is a world first.
Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty confident. You guys probably don't know 3 of the players. But we have Biopanther, Why Not, and then E-Hop, Daisy, and Gavin. So all of them challenger players. Obviously, Biopanther, I think, is.
I cast them.
Yeah, okay, but you don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know them in person.
Kevin, he's LARPing. He's LARPing again, Kevin.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna pretend to know any of those fucking people, dude.
Well, you know Biopanther.
I know Bio. Yeah, okay, I know Biopanther. Why not? But like, Daisy, like that's a game, dude.
Daisy is in the flower.
Yesterday they were telling me about the time that you guys all went out to have sushi. They were telling me.
Yeah. We had,
and they said, I don't know if I can't really say what they
I'll say the second part. I know what story you're thinking of. Don't say that part. Because when they were telling it to me, I was like, is this okay? Like, I started to feel bad. Like, at first I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. But then I'm like, I think I'm actually just killing, like, OCE indirectly. Like, that was my feeling, like, during it. So, like, I don't want to be responsible or be blamed for killing OCE.
Oh, no. Oh, it's that. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean,
why not buy our crazy people, dude? They're fucking
yeah, they are
wild.
Yeah, they are.
That should be pretty fun though. EHOP, Daisy, and Gavin joining. I'm trying to remember, how did they go in tour? It's been months. I can't remember. But they
I
look
don't
pretty
remember.
solid. Anyway, I'm sure someone will know. But yeah, that should be pretty good. I'll be there in person for the finals in Melbourne. So that should be good. I'm only over there for like 36 hours. I'm like, I don't need to be in Melbourne anymore than I have to. I gotta get back home. But it should be pretty fun across the board. And I think before we look ahead to next week's match, or this week's matches rather, we could talk about like a little bit of dour news overall. Obviously, the news just happened yesterday that DFM's owner passed away. He was quite young, from what I understand. He was only like 40, I think 43. Obviously, you probably know him, or at least have interacted with him more than I have, Kevin. But I've heard a lot of anecdotes about how much he cared about the ecosystem. So it's gonna be a difficult situation for DFM and obviously his family and all that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously no personal ties to him. It's sad news. I think what was like saddest for me was reading Momo's post about it.
Oh,
yeah. That was quite sad, you know, like especially the contrast of his most recent post being like elation for finally winning the series, and then straight after it's like, damn, that's like, like how sad, you know, like you don't even have time to celebrate your wins. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of heart-wrenching.
Yeah, hopefully, obviously our thoughts.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, yeah, our thoughts and prayers and everything are with DFM and his family during that time. But I hope he's resting in peace, like you said. But I guess with that, we could talk about next week's games. Before we finish things up here, we've got our first one, which is DFM GARM at the 1 and 2. That's gonna be a BO5. Like we said earlier,
quick 3-0, mate.
Yeah, exactly. GARM's gonna get eliminated.
just cricket sounds, man. Just cricket sounds.
Look, maybe they've improved since week 1. I would like to see DFM take at least a game this series. But I think looking like all across the board, I think GARM
also to
wins.
Clarify, the first game in the SHGZ.
Yeah. Oh yes, true. Sorry, I was looking. Yes,
that's
why
I was confused when he said like, "Oh, GAM's getting eliminated."
Yeah, my bad.
I was like, "What the fuck? GAM doesn't play first."
I clicked on the round 4, not realizing that round 3 wasn't complete yet. So we've got SHG going up against GZ on Thursday.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a close one, but I think GZ has this.
Oh, I think it should be like, I would guess 3-1, but like if we just choke, man, it is what it is. Just send us to the Shadow Realm. It is like, there's no excuses to be made. This team should be able to be a lot better than they are. They completely choked. If they do that again, or if they draft like that against MVK, just send them to the Shadow Realm. I will be personally flying over to Taiwan to, without any power, fire Skywalk myself. So
you've said that for weeks now, and you haven't done it yet.
I'm waiting for Bo to pay for the tickets.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I think that there'll be a close series overall, and then we got DCG versus MVK on Saturday. That is a progression match. Both teams are 2-1.
I think MVK win.
Ooh, okay. I
I don't even think it's spicy. I think DCG have looked terrible. So.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take at all.
I disagree. I think DCG are gonna win because I'm completely biased.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want DCG to win, but like if I'm looking at how both those teams are playing, I think DCG look bad and I think MVK look good. So well.
Yeah. And then Sunday's matchup as well will be CFO going up against the winner of GZ and Hawks. So presumably, if that is GZ versus CFO in that match, what do we think for the results of that? I think it's probably going to be a 3-1.
I think GZ, obviously, Kevin thinks CFO. The one thing I'm happy about is that GZ can win that without eliminating CFO. Like, thank God. Like, if that was a 2-2 game for both of us, that would be miserable. At least it's a 2-1. So if GZ win, both our teams can still qualify. Like, that's what I'm happy about. That's the thing that makes me happiest because, like, you know, oh, that would have just been like the classic to have GC versus CFO be an elimination game for both of them. So at least that's not the case.
It's been like that for Split 1 and 2.
Yes, yes, it has
Split
been.
1 was first round playoffs. Split 2 was to qualify 2 playoffs.
Yeah. But this time it's not that. I mean, I mean, if you eliminate us, it is, I guess. But like, you know,
it's elimination for one of us.
Yeah. At least if we win, you don't get eliminated. Yes.
Yeah.
So I
would feel less bad.
Yeah. Because by this time next week as well, we'll know who our 4 playoffs teams are. So I want to get your predictions heading into this. Who will be our 4 playoff teams? Obviously, Team Super Wales is number 1. But other than that, the playing field is still completely open.
Dude, I don't know how the qualifications work, though, because I was going to say CFO, DCG, GZ, but I don't even know if that's physically possible.
I think it is.
I think it is. But, I don't know.
If DCG
qualifies... I think no, because I think CFO would be no.
Yeah, MVK would be out then. It would be MVK Gam and the other.
Yeah, but how would they get out? Is what I'm wondering.
Well, because
with this format,
if DCG beats MVK, they progress through, right?
Yeah.
And then it's obviously GZ CFO in that game. If GZ wins that, they move up to 2-2, and then you just have to hope that they don't draw each other and they draw MVK, right? MVK Gam.
I don't think there's a draw, right? It would be CFO.
There shouldn't be a draw.
Oh, there might be. Yeah.
Dude, why is dude, wait. Okay. I get it. DC wins.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
They'll be up there, right? They'll be 3-1. If they beat MVK, so they're free.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to beat you.
Yeah. So if GZ beats CFO, then we're both 2-2. So we just play another round.
Yeah. And then MVK and Garm would presumably also be 2-2. You just have to both beat VCS teams.
So we would be against GARM because we've already versed MVK, and you would be against MVK because you've already versed GARM. So that works.
Yeah, but we can have repeat matchups right now.
No, but like if I think how it is if there's the opportunity to not have repeat matchups, there will be no repeat matchups.
That might be the case. Yeah.
I think the DFM twice for GARM was like forced, is my understanding. Or like someone had to get DFM twice.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that anyway. Regardless, it is possible.
All right. It's probably not going to be that way, but it's probably going to be CFO, DCG, MVK is probably what I would say.
I obviously have GZ. I have GZ. I have GZ, CFO, and MVK.
I mean, like GZ can make it in, but like the problem is that they have potential, but like. I have the potential to not be a fat, ugly fuck, but you're never seeing that happen. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a word, potential. Like, I haven't seen shit. I've seen them choke.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why it's hard to put faith in them.
Disagree. I mean, I'm coming at it with like the bias, right? But like,
yeah, of course.
Also, like again, looking nameplates on, they should be able to do it. You know, like there's no reason why these players could not do it. It's just like, will they? Is kind of the question, right? It's not can they? It's will they?
Yeah. I think mine are DCG, MVK, and do I say CFO? Yeah, Bo's probably watching. I'll say GZ as well.
Okay, we're just wanting to be wrong on everything. How could you not pick CFO, man? Like that makes absolutely no sense to me. But okay, sure.
I think because I'm not. I think They probably are better than DCG right now, but DCG only has to play one series to get out. So there's
It's not probably, by the way. It's not
Yeah, they
probably.
are.
DCG
Yeah.
look awful.
Yeah, they are. But every time we've said this though, they come into playoffs and they just stomp. They come into BO5s and they just stomp.
We're not in playoffs.
They come into BO5s and they just stomp.
They got into playoffs at 5th. There's no 5th place in playoffs this time.
Yeah, true. But they are only one match away. I think they could definitely still do it. I think, yeah. I think MVK. I would like to see MVK get second. I think that.
Just say you're a fanboy, bro. It's fine.
I am a bit of a fanboy.
Just say you're biased.
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
Both me and Kevin admitted to our bias.
I'm a little bit.
You just have to as well.
But the thing is, I'm also biased for GZ because I want GZ to win. So I'm like.
You also just hate CFO for some reason because he just hates good teams. That's fine. No, it's fine. You're entitled to your opinions. Your opinion's wrong. You know, it is what it is. How
unfortunately, there's only
CFO just looks really good.
There's only 3 slots.
Game is on point.
There's 3 slots.
And there's 3 teams from the PCS that you can still choose.
But MVK is also doing well. I want them to succeed.
And the one team you get rid of is CFO. Like what?
Yeah, I would. As I did, I'd get rid of DCG before CFO.
No,
I have to choose GZ.
Yeah,
you know, I have to. And I think CFO are much better than DCG. So why would I ever choose DCG? Actually, those guys are only 2-1 because we decided to be the worst League of Legends players in the world in our game 2. That is the only reason they're 2-1.
Yeah. No, I mean
they should have been like they lost game 1 in like 20 minutes. By the way.
Yeah, that was
Baron wasn't even in the womb yet. They got absolutely trounced.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably.
And that's from the team currently in last place tied. They got trounced that hard. That's
no, you're probably right.
Bro, this team is bad. I'm sorry.
They are.
This team is bad.
They are, but we said that last split though. That's my thing is we said that last split and then they just came into playoffs and.
Yes, but they qualified to playoffs in 5th because GZ were awful. DFM were awful. So of course they qualified, man. They couldn't possibly be worse than Ground Zero and DFM were. So of course they got to playoffs.
I feel like this team just, when it absolutely matters, they finally make the domestic run. And I think this is the time where it matters. They'll probably make Worlds anyway, right? Championship.
It happened once, man. You can't like claim it as a theme when it's happened one time. It's not like T1 where every time they go to Worlds they win. It's not like, oh man, look at DCG. Every time, bro. Actually, if you look at DCG historically, they get to playoffs an absolutely giga choke. And that's with Pop 9.
Wait,
by the
why?
way. This is not. What do you mean in the PCS?
In
single
PCS
split.
era, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that was still with Fung and Pop 9, so it's not like a massive change, right? And I would honestly, like meta. Let's say they were both in their given meta. I think Chris Gardner was a better mid laner than Hongsho. So like it was a strong DCG back when they were choking then, but they've done one split of not choking. I'm not willing to be like, yeah, they turn it on in playoffs. Hell no, they do the opposite. They end up picking Sejuani 3 games in a row. Now Fearless has solved that for them at least, but
yeah.
I
mean, like even if they don't make playoffs, I think they might lock Worlds off championship points. So we'll have to see how that pans out.
I mean, it's possible, but it would depend on who gets. Well, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It would depend on who
if
comes
CFO,
third.
Ground Zero, and DFM all make it to playoffs, Deep Cross will auto qualify to Worlds.
If CFO, GZ, and DFM
make playoffs, yeah, and like
okay, so Garm or MVK making.
So Secret Whales will win, right? And then CFO, Ground Zero, DFM will go to playoffs, and only one of us can make second place. So third place will just be DCG because they have the most points.
Right, but if
possibly,
if some reason Team Secret Whales came third, then it would be they would.
Yeah.
So it would be locked in.
It wouldn't be locked, but it'd be like.
But they would essentially be locked. It'd be like, but there's a 99.
We're gonna assume like Secret Whales are the favorites to win, right?
And,
like,
and here we expose the weakness of championship points.
I would be very surprised if they don't make finals, and that's all they got to do.
Yeah,
they don't even have to win it.
Yeah,
They just got to win one. Is it one series? I think to get to finals.
No, it's 2.
No, two series. 2 series. Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal.
But even then, they're already locked in, so who gives a fuck if they make finals?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'd prefer to make you
Well, I
prefer
mean,
to
I
make
just
Swiss
think it's a
over.
great system.
I mean,
we have.
it's good for seeding. They're going to be trying to win.
Yeah.
You want the best seeding possible.
You don't want to have the DCG situation. Have to even if by some miracle you go through TLKC, you got T1 to qualify for the main event. Except this time it's double. There's an LPL and an LCK team.
No, we can't compare it to the DCG. Were like 10 times worse than the next worst team.
Oh no, for sure.
I'm sorry,
man.
they
10
were
times. They were not
No,
10 times worse than KC. They were not 10 times worse than KC.
Did you see the games?
Yes, I did.
They got absolutely.
They were not 10 times worse. Bro. Maybe like 3.
No, it wasn't that bad. They were doing well early game. They were playing their style.
Yeah.
Just weren't that good.
Okay. They were playing their style, bro, but their style, it was their style.
The teams they had to play against were just like way more experienced. Okay, they had way more funding, way more experience. Like
they actually got
these guys are just
the
young,
other teams.
Dude.
The other teams got scrims.
DCG
didn't.
The scrims thing is a little bit of a cop-out, considering it's like DCG can still just be scrimming the same people that they scrim all year. like it's not, bro. It's not like they're in a different region of the world. It's not like they flew over to Europe.
Yeah, I don't think the scrim thing is actually accurate. I feel like that's just like mistranslation or something.
But even if it is, and none of the European teams or whatever wanted to scrim them, bro, they're still in their region. I'm so, like Korea to Taiwan is like 30 ping, bro. It's like it's whatever, man. Like that.
They're still not 10 times worse than KC. Let's be real.
They were awful. They were completely awful.
I'd say maybe 2 at the best. It were not 10.
No, I don't know. Like when you're losing every game in under 30 minutes, that's a pretty big gap.
That's just because they play fast and aggressively. We're just AFK. I mean, they can play like NA teams, just like AFK stall out games and still lose. Like
no,
that,
see,
that's
the thing is, they can't.
Right?
The thing is, they can't. They cannot play.
They could.
Like that.
They can.
But also, they were just losing lanes, by the way. Like
whatever, dude. Listen, you're just a DCG hater.
I'm not even a DCG hater, man. I'm not even a DCG hater. It's just that, like, bro, this team, like, I hate that the LCP's in a spot where like a team that is objectively not very good is representing us. You know, like last year, it didn't really happen, to be honest. Like GARM went over and they did pretty well at MSI. PSG probably is the team you'd argue for at Worlds. They did pretty poorly. But I guess like at the start of the split, you didn't even expect them to make it, right? And I don't really know. You probably would have preferred GARM to go instead of them to Worlds, but I think also they just kind of collapsed at Worlds. But still, I think PSG, you'd argue, were not a good representative. So this year, Team Secret Wales, they got pretty unlucky. MSI first stand draw, and they got absolutely railed. MSI, it looked like that was going to happen again. They beat Top. How much of that was Team Secret Wales being good? How much of it was Top flopping? I would argue it seemed more the second part, considering Top's results. You know, so like it just sucks, man. It just sucks to go from a year of CFO being good to a year of like, man, I have no hope again. I'm sorry, it's true though. It's true. Like I'm not trying to sugarcoat things. It's true. Like I want our region to be good, but like it's not. It's just not. Like at least they're playing their style. That's one thing that I do appreciate. You know, it's not like Team Secret Wales are going over there and be like, ooh, let's pick Rumble for Pun. No, they're just slamming Set and Volley Bear and stuff, and that's cool. Like I'm glad we're doing that. And the same with DCG. They're getting deep cop gaming, but like I wish it was better. I wish we would win.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like I just think we need more time. But yeah, I see your point. Like right now we're not good, but I think Secret Wales will be good eventually. I think DCG have the players who can be like decent, maybe not good, but
I agree. But the problem is the only region that has a chance of actually building to get good is the Vietnamese teams, because as soon as a PCS player is good, he's off to LPL.
Yeah. Back up your bags.
Yeah.
So like it just, I don't know. It's like,
and
it's
also
hard.
Vietnamese teams don't do well unless they have a PCS coach, so they also got to start importing.
Yes.
Nice.
Also like this is a sentiment that's shared very, very thoroughly through the Taiwanese fan base, by the way. It's that like, what's even the point in caring where the second we look like we have an iota of a hope, everyone just gets bought out by the Chinese teams. And it's like, well, I mean, like, how can you argue against that? Actually, like, what can you say to like, first of all, give them hope? Because every time they get given hope, it's just like taken away immediately. You know, it's like, well, fair enough. And I mean, I feel the same because like I'm first and foremost a PCS fan. I mean, LCP fan, but within that, you know, sub genre would be PCS.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I understand why people are upset, and it totally is frustrating. when like a team can be good and then like they get nerfed.
Blown up immediately. And it's like outside of your control. Is the worst part. It's not like it's not like CFO could have done anything.
Well,
like,
unless
they just
control.
were like, all right, that's it.
His.
We're gonna sell the bank. We're selling the bank, and we're using the assets to pay for Junju and Honkyu. Like that's not happening. It's just cooked. It's just cooked, and it's really sad as well.
I can't blame the players either as well for taking the bag because they've got careers.
Of course, no, it's a correct decision for them. It's like the correct decision for them to make. In terms of like you're thinking of if they're thinking about their future and having a family and stuff like that, like many years down the line, it's like, well, of course, make your money while you can, because they're not going to be well sought after. Like Honkyu especially won't be well sought after in like 5 years. Half of his value comes from the fact he was 18.
Yeah.
So, well, 19 by the time he'd moved on. But yeah.
We got another.
And also, like JG have a bad year, like maybe their value goes down like a lot. So
like right now,
take the chances when we have it.
Yeah, they're not doing well currently in their group. I think like 1 and 5 or something like that, 1 or 3. I don't know. You've been watching the LPL more than I have.
It's not looking good. They're dropping games to like Thunder Talk and shit teams like that.
Any chance we get them back?
I need to lose to Thunder Talk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that team's gonna blow up.
All right,
like, I can't imagine
2027.
I can't imagine JG management being happy that they're just dropping games to Thunder Talk, dude.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are? Can you name a single player on Thunder Talk? Like
off the top of my head,
right?
no.
Okay, that's what I mean, dude. That's what I mean.
Who's actually on Thunder Talk? Let me have a look. I gotta know.
They have Benny, if you know him. He's a PCS coach.
Heshi,
down in LPL.
Junhao, Heru, An, Feather. Who are these guys?
That's the team that they lost the game to, but I mean they lost they beat. That's the only team they beat in series wise this split.
Okay. We got another.
They lost to every other team.
Yeah, we got another take in the answering machine from Miro. This is a long one though. Barely anyone cares about regional qualifiers in Southeast Asia or OS, and the fact that they're only hosted at the end of the year isn't helping the growth of those regions. I agree. If they get more opportunities to play with VCS, PCS, LGL, they'll have more opportunities to grow and perhaps qualify. And doesn't think regional merit should exist, even if it's to keep them from dominating. Spots in the league should be earned, not given. Cool. So a long question with a lot of points.
So basically, the complaint is not so much LCP; it's more about VCS, PCS, LGL being separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, OC is going to be separated, but have you seen a map? Have you ever seen a map, man, where it's OC?
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
But
cool.
I mean, like, we had what was it? It was PCL one time where you had like Japan also competing in like PCS, and we had like a bunch of like Southeast Asian teams competing. Like that's where I saw Devoured play. He's like Filipino, and he's really good. Like if you had an opportunity to compete against,
you don't want to know what Team New Zealand did to that guy. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Listen.
That guy thought he could pick Hecarim into Big Dick Chips on. No, not on my watch, man. Not on my watch.
He has a little bit of an ego, but imagine if he was training
Bro,
against PCS teams every week.
He lost that. So I don't know if you guys watch, but Team New Zealand, right? We should have lost to the Philippines. We should have absolutely lost that game. We were really far ahead. Completely giga-griefed the game. Gave them Mountain Soul. And then there was just one play, bro. Like my Ornn is just like walking around, doing his thing, building. He's at the forge, back. And then Hecarim walks next to a wall in front of him, and then just gets knocked up and dies, and then we win the game off like Devoured just randomly getting caught by not an Ornn, just an Ornn E, just a raw dog Ornn E kills this guy. And then after the game, someone told us on his because he was streaming it. After the game, he mutes his mic in Discord and just starts flaming his entire team, bro. just starts flaming his whole team. It's like, god damn, bro. This guy's picking Hecarim in a comp game and he's the one that dies to lose them the game, and his team just cops it, bro. It's like, god damn, brother. You need to settle down. It's a skill issue. Just play good, don't play bad. Is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he's talented individually.
I don't know. He got caught by a raw dog Ornn. I think it's big dick chip, admittedly.
Yeah, this
it is hard. Like you load into the rift, bro. You see top lane big dick chip and mid lane big cock shock, and it's like, what are you supposed to do here? You know what I mean? Like, it's just cooked. And then you look at the most prestigious player on our team, lost, and he's role swapped to support. That's how little of a fuck he gives. You know what I mean? Like, that's how easy it is for New Zealand.
It is actually kind of insane that he picked Hecarim into 2 horse fuckers. Like, that's kind of crazy. But
yeah, exactly.
So I want to quickly clarify. My mother listens to this podcast, and she asked me.
What?
She asked me yesterday if the New Zealand boy could tone it down a little bit.
No, we just need to understand New Zealand culture. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is if my mum watched this, she would say the opposite.
Oh, really?
A true bogan mother. Yes. She would. She's quite proud of her profanities. My mother. It's good stuff. I was born on it. I was raised on it.
Anyway, we're coming to the end of this episode of the podcast. I'm trying to think. I think we've covered everything, right? We covered the next week. I think that's everything.
Basically.
Oh man, that was a bit longer of an episode than usual. A little over an hour at this point, but we'll call it here for now. But thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode. We'll be back next week, same time. And then you can check us out live. We'll all be co-streaming over the course of the week. Some of us more than others.
I won't be on Friday.
Yeah,
I won't be on Friday. I got Flash.
Oh yeah,
you got a job to do.
Yes.
Yep.
He's got a job. Everyone, let's go. I'm so proud of you.
Cricket sounds.
Yeah. Lots of League of Legends. League of Legends action over the course of this month.
They made it a tongue twister unreasonably.
They did.
I get you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Like, bro, just use some different letters at the start of your words. Like, come on, man.
We'll be back next week. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you later.